Big Shaq. I didn't look that up yet. I just want to.
Woo! That's our intro, folks. This is our new intro.
You already started even.
I hope they can hear you if anybody's out there. So if you guys are watching, I might be going through the same thing I did last week when I was at Quakecon and, trying to get the audio right. So I don't know. Oops. Yeah. Are you guys watching it through YouTube too? Or what?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already there. Yeah.
All right. So
I'm not.
You're not? Okay. Because I got the video clips and all that. That's why. All right. So I'm back. I'm back home. Saturday was the final night of QuakeCon. It was fun. It was good to be back, but it was very downscaled compared to the old days. Just because it's the first year back this was the first year back in person after being locked down for 3 years. And, they did say that it's going to be scaled down, and next year, hopefully it'll be a bigger scale and bring it back to the way it was back 3 years ago. But the final night was interesting because that evening my son took over my spot. He wanted to play Ark or play some other like Battlefront game or something, and he took over. So I kind of walked around the convention, just looking at stuff, getting some more clips. Also watching the concert, because there was a concert there. They were playing Doom music, and they're really good. So it was entertaining to go watch them. And then we went to bed early, even though I wanted to stay up late. I went to bed early because I was tired. I was really tired because I went to the water park earlier that day. So the sun kind of beat me down, right? You know how that is. Well, so we went to bed early, and around 1:30 in the morning, I was dead asleep, and all of a sudden you hear this blaring sound just going off, and my son was sleeping next to me, my older one, and I hit him like on his butt. I go, dude, turn it down, right? Dude, turn it down. He's like, what? I'm not doing anything. You know how they respond, right? I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, turn that thing down, okay? I'm trying to sleep. And he's like, it's not me. And finally, it registered. It wasn't him. It was the fire alarm.
Holy crap.
It was the fire alarm going off in our hotel. So you start hearing the root, everything that's going on, all that sound. And sure enough, people are walking down the hallway, leaving, just trying to get out of the building because nobody knew what was going on, right? Half the place is filled up with Quakecon people because you can tell they still had their badges on. And so we walk out, and as I'm walking out the lobby, trying to head out the door, and I was on the first floor, so it wasn't that hard to get out. One of the hallways, one of the corridors was just blowing with the wind, like big time. I thought maybe a window busted out, right? I thought a window busted out and the wind was just coming in like crazy. And then, as I walk outside, of course, there's more people outside and everything. And then all of a sudden trucks come, or one truck came, one fire truck came. And, they came in, investigated and everything. We're out there for a good, I don't know, man. I was out there about a good 45 minutes, I think, waiting. Wife and the kids, or the wife mainly said, I'm going home. I'm going home. Because we only live like 10 minutes away from that hotel. We're not that far. And I'm like, are you sure? I was like, I bet you ain't that we're going to be in there in a few minutes right now. No, I want to go home. I said, fine, I'm staying. You go ahead and go home. I'm staying.
Bye.
And so she did. She left. Dude, not even 10 minutes later. They gave us the all clear. Right? They're like, you guys can go back in. It was, the fire marshal is investigating and so on and so forth. Whatever they were, telling us, and they were giving away water and everything because, of course, it was hot outside still, even though it's nighttime. And I'm like, all right. So I get back to the hotel room, and it's just me, and now I'm just wide awake, right? I don't even want to go to sleep. And they left. They left with nothing. They just took what they had in their hands, and they left, right? And I told my son, it's like, hey, you want to stay with me? He's like, no, I want to get home. I was like, stay here with me.
Sound like Cartman in your mind? Jeez.
And I was telling, like, hey, just come on, let's just stay with me. He's like, no, yeah. I'm like, all right. Well, the reason why I was trying to tell him to stay because the next day was Sunday, and Sunday, knowing my wife, she's gonna go to church, and my son doesn't like going to church, right?
Right.
And I was trying to tell him like, stay with me, and he's like, no, how I got home? I'm like, all right. So I go home. I mean, they go home. I go back in the hotel room. I couldn't go back to sleep, so I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna pack up everything, just get it all ready for tomorrow because I'm by myself. Nobody else is there to do it with me, right? So I pack up everything, got everything prepped up, man, on the wagon, so I can put it in the car the next day before checkout. Get it all ready and just packed up. Put my clothes out that I'm gonna wear, and that's it. So I stayed up till like 3:30 in the morning, right?
Nice.
Just packing. I had everything ready. So in the morning, I'll just take a shower, go back out there to Quakecon, kind of look at over things, and just end the night or end the Sunday, and then go home. And sure enough, that's what I did, man. I put everything in the car that I needed to put in there. Went back to Quakecon for a little bit. Checked out. Got me a Starfield T-shirt, which I forgot to wear. So I got me a Starfield T-shirt and went home. And they weren't home. So I was like, I knew it. I knew she was going to go, right? She just can't miss church, right? She can't miss church. And so she went, and I was like, all right, cool. It's like I was at home for a good couple hours or so before they got home, and that was it. So
you can nap and drink beer, whatever you want, without them bothering you.
Yeah.
You tried to save him.
I tried to tell him, when he went upstairs to change, it's like, I tried to tell you to stay with me because I knew she was going to go to church. He just looks at me, just smiles.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Look, every time you imitate him, I think about the little dude on South Park.
Yeah, Cartman. Sounds like Cartman every time he does the voice. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't watch South Park, but I've seen the clips where he.
Yep, that's Cartman.
Yeah, that's Cartman, man. So
I mean, I did watch the one where Macho Man was identifying, though. I watched that one.
Oh, that was funny.
But Quakecon was.
By the way,
yeah.
Real quick, my voice sounds like it's underwater on the stream. I don't know what I sound like to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's like
sound normal.
I'm gonna turn it up.
Yeah, here this
so
one,
you can hear yourself. That's good.
In YouTube, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I just turned it up some more. So we'll see how that sounds.
Actually, the both of us sound that way. I just heard you on the stream. We sound different on the stream.
Oh, me too.
But you sound good yourself, Tech. It's just me and Realist.
Yeah, I just had to.
We're legible. Well, not legible.
I had to turn it up for your speakers or for your sound. It's a lot of things you gotta move with the Discord. I mean, not Discord, OBS, man. You got to get it just right because then you start messing with it like crazy. So, but I got some video here going through QuakeCon, just some time lapse people just walking around and doing some art. What was that?
Look at all the PCs.
Yeah, man. They got some people out there. They got really creative with the PCs, and it's some of it is very impressive what they do. I'm like, man, I can't have it that clean, right?
Right.
The way they put the cables in. Well, not only those, man. I mean, not just the cable management, but the liquid cooling that they use, right? They have all the hard pipes and everything just going in there, and like, dude, I'm afraid one of those things gonna pop right off and wet my whole system. You know?
No, they normally insure those things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in your phone, right?
Huh? The what?
It's in your phone, right?
What?
You got the liquid cooling or the heat. Well, I know the old ones had the heat pipe. But I think like the newer Samsungs, they have the liquid cooler.
They do?
They never burst. You know how hot those get.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and I saw a bunch of Starfield products there too.
Watch.
Yeah.
You look it up, you'll see.
Nice.
But they normally like because it's all like independent, right?
Yeah.
But especially if you get it like pre-built, then it's all covered. If that unfortunate incident was to occur, but it ain't gonna pop.
Yeah.
I saw that video with that guy. What's his name? The big guy. He's got a lot of YouTube subscribers, and he gave out erroneous information about this this cooling system that he got. Billet,
Mm-hmm.
and man, that looks complex.
Linus
They
Tech.
get to-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Linus, that's his name.
Oh, Linus.
I think it
Canadian?
says Snoopy.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's from. I don't watch him. I don't watch him.
He's informative, but his voice can really be annoying.
Well, I mean, I get him in the suggestions. Him, your average consumer,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't like sponsored reviews.
Yeah.
Or if I feel like you're sponsored, even though you say you're not sponsored, I don't want. Like if you guys tell me about something and you tell me it's good, I'm gonna go try it.
Yeah.
Opposed to those guys, I'm not gonna even pay attention to them. But yeah, man, some they can get complex, but once you put it together, I mean, you don't have to worry about it breaking, especially if you do it according to spec as they tell you to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna build your new PC, bro?
Me no.
So, well,
I-
speaking of cases, just in our little Twitter DMs that we have between the three of us for the show, I just posted a picture of my PC because, like I said, I'm just like you. I got hard drives hanging out, wires, all types of shit. Like if you look at the picture right there, I don't know if you can put it on the screen for everybody to see. It's ridiculous looking. It's all types of wild shit going on there. But what was the other thing I was gonna say?
He does.
Yeah,
Look at
man,
that.
it's just ridiculous.
Look at that beauty right there.
Yeah, it's not on the feed just yet, but you guys will see. Like I have a new case and everything, but I didn't get the 4090 yet. So when that happens, I'll build it up and finally seal up the PC and make it look nice. But for now, it's just Frankenstein right now, bro. Real straight up Frankenstein. It's still not on the.
Yeah,
on the,
I
on
try
the,
to go to the nice. Like the nicest I ever did to my PC case was add in a water cool, like a I think it's a
There it is,
Cozar
there it is.
8 HD 60 something like water cooler. That was it. What's up, 100? He's in the chat right now. Always showing up. That's good. Yay, support.
They said your PC look like it's alive. It's alive.
Oh, there was a guy out there. There was a dude out there with his whole 3D printer, and he made all these. I should have a video of it. I should have recorded him, but it was too dark to even do. Some of this is just time lapse, just because it's easier. It captures the light just fine, but when you do regular recording, the GoPro doesn't really record that well at all. But he had his whole 3D printer. He just went out there. It's like, I just want to show off my 3D printer printouts. And it had all these like figures, man. It was crazy what he had. And it was nice. And then I brought the kids over, and he was like, "Say, oh man, you want some figures?" I said, "No, I'm cool." I said, "No, I'm giving them away for free. It's for free. It's free." I was like, "Well, give them to them. Then they'll be excited about the kids." I was like, "I don't care for it." He's like, all right. And so he gave the kids like some sort of demon from Quake 2 or something like that. They liked it, even though it looks like some ugly Scorn demon or something like that. It's nothing to be showing off to your friends and be like, "Look what I got me a new toy." So.
So you know, like they've been able to, like people have been able to preload, right?
Yeah, I did it today.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the 3D printouts of the Constellation or whatever the name of that ship is?
No.
Constellation is.
They're taking that same information from the game and doing 3D printouts of the ship.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Nice. I like to see that. I want to see that.
Yeah. That's cool.
But the chair, okay, let me tell you about the chair. So it's dude, that chair was nice. And I'm not big on like, oh, I gotta have a nice gaming chair. Just give me a $50 gaming chair and I'm happy. Right? I'm sure the one I have right now that's how much it costs. And when I said, he's like, "Oh, check it out, man. It's comfortable, bro." It's like, all right, cool. Checked it out, and I'm like, dude, he ain't lying. It's a good chair. That's a nice chair. It was like, and I'm sure it costs a nice, pretty penny there too. So it's like, nah, I haven't seen the pricing yet. And if anything, I saw the prices for the other chairs. They're running about, the cheapest one runs like 600 and something, right? And so I'm figuring Starfield. I don't think it's that same company though. The one we saw last time. The one we were talking about.
I thought it was Noble.
Was it? Maybe it is, but we saw the price for that one. We didn't see this one that doesn't even have a price yet. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like roughly the same as the other ones, roughly like $700, maybe $800 start.
Better.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You had quoted the price last week. I could have sworn.
Yeah.
I was saying that a second ago, but I was muted. But yeah, so yeah, this has to be a secondary chair of some kind. But I'm sure it's similarly priced.
They like their chair more than I do, so they can keep it.
Oh, by the way, I remember the type of chair I was talking about, with the handle, a lazy boy. That's what I was talking about.
I thought we established that.
No, I don't remember you saying the name, because had you did, I would have been thinking about it all week. Like
That's old school, man.
Yeah, but those are comfy as hell. Hey, sometimes
they're good, bro. My wife tried to get me to buy this chair. It's like a bowl.
Mm.
You sit in it, and your legs hang off of it, and it's rubbing on your calves and your hammies and your back. Oh man, I wish I would pay $7,000 for a chair though.
$7,000. Oh my god, my mom still has this old pink. It's not a lazy boy, but it does recline, and she just won't get rid of it. And it's not like it's comfortable. It's just raggedy old.
You sure, bro? Because for you say, oh, it's old and it's raggedy. But for her, it's broken in just right. It curves to her by her form.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. So that old pink recliner that I'm talking about came in the set with a love seat and like a full blown couch, right? So when I first moved out of my house, I had a roommate. But when I moved out on my own, like no roommate, then that set, except for the recliner, we gave it to my uncle. And then my uncle had it for a really long time and kept it in the garage. And I needed a couch. He's like, man, take this couch. Just take it. It's like, it's old. It's right. It's your old one. I was like, all right, I'll take it. I take it. And look, this thing was raggedy. It was ugly. It was pink. Right? And
that's nice.
But it was the most comfortable chair you can have. Right? So when I had people over at my house for parties, people would sit here and they're like, oh, I don't want to leave this chair. It's like, I'm not asking you to leave. Just stay there if you want. So, no, I get what you're saying. But that thing's got to go, though, man.
You got to buy her a better one.
I do need to get her a set. Because the set she's got is just...
Can you just tell her to get rid of her chair? Yeah, have a replacement on that.
Crap. Because I tell you this. She has this old big screen box TV. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Does it take 3 people?
It takes 3 people and has a big hump in the back, right?
Yeah, required hernia to
exactly. It doesn't work. And for some reason, she thinks it's a great TV. And it's like, nobody uses it, not even you. It doesn't work because it won't even power on. And if it does, it's flickering. Get rid of it. It's taking up too much space. I mean, it literally takes up too much space. No, it's still good. Just leave it there. I was like, it's like, you know what? The day you are out the door, I'm getting rid of all this crap.
Damn, that's messed up. But now your old lady sound like a hoarder, dog.
Yeah, she's not. She's not. She's really not. It's just, she just hates throwing away like stuff that she thinks are good. Like anything that's trash, she'll throw away. But
yeah, but how much does she think is good?
If it turns on,
does she think everything is still good?
If it turns on, she thinks it's good. Doesn't have to look good, but as long as it turns on. So, yep. that was Quakecon. It was fun. Sad to see it go, but you know, dems at the breaks, man. 4 days of gaming. I was done, dude. I didn't game for like 2 days. 2-3 days.
All gamed out.
I was all gamed out, bro.
I don't know, man. I've been playing Game of the Year.
Game of the year? Was that Diablo?
Hell no. I'm done with Diablo, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done with the season. I mean, well, with the story at least.
I'm done with it.
You like?
Like, I don't want to play it anymore.
You don't want to play it anymore? Why not?
I play with you, but I don't want to play anymore. Okay, don't get me started on a game. I'm liking the game, and then change the game.
Yeah.
Like, just leave it alone. And
like
what is it? When I go on Google, right? I don't know how your Google looks, but like
I use
the empty browser. Oh, now I do have Edge, and I should make it default. But like all my passwords are saved in Chrome, and I don't even remember them anymore. So look.
Well, the first time you launch Edge, it'll ask you if you want to transfer all that over. It'll transfer seamless.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I know it does on a computer though. But Google suggested me an article, right? And it says that people are leaving Diablo 4 in droves.
For
And I'm like, oh, I'm not the only one for the reasons I mentioned. And then on top of that, you got some people that are complaining that they're losing things. I got another article that said that they stopped trading.
They stopped
They're
trading.
making a lot of.
they stopped trading because a lot of people were cloning items, so they're gonna bring it back as soon as they fix the.
Oh, they were duping.
Yeah, they were duping. Exactly.
They're always duping, man.
Yeah, of course, of course. Anytime a game like this is brand new, you know, they're gonna find the first exploit to dupe, and they'll dupe as much as they can because they know it'll get patched out. Which now it is. So they disabled it for now until they can patch it.
Well, I'm like a level 67 or something like that, but another guy who I was playing with, Wo Long buddy, he know Life Diablo. He was like, man, it's like 8 million to upgrade his stuff. I was like, oh, well, now I see, because like a lot of that stuff, I'm pretty sure they just need to sell it. He told me he can't upgrade it because he can't afford it. Like, but yeah, Tech, I'm done, man.
You done?
Plus, it's too many games to be stuck on that one game, bro. So like, I've been playing Baldur's Gate.
Oh, you got it, huh?
Yeah, it's an old school throwback, man. It's like it's Dungeons and Dragons.
Exclusive PlayStation 5 game.
Facts. I got early access. So like, but I mean, I don't know like how nerdy you guys are, but like the comic store I go to, they have Dungeons and Dragons games going on.
Yeah.
I have Warhammer, but I don't have really enough. And after all the money I spend, is like, I'm not gonna keep spending that kind of money to play this game once every 5 months. But they have Warhammer games, and they have other role play games going on. And it's old school throwback, man. I mean, it's pretty. It's like a pretty throwback game. It's like dice rolls, heavily decision based, and that's what I liked about it. That's what drew me into CDPR and Bethesda. But this one is, and it's no. I like to control my characters.
Game. Right
I did.
Right before Starfield's coming out.
I think I can pull it. I can pull it off before Starfield comes out. That's 2 weeks, bro.
Is it?
It's 2 weeks.
Is it even early access?
Well, almost 2 weeks. I think I can pull it off. And if I can't, it's getting dropped.
Right. Exactly. That's what I was about to say. As soon as Starfield comes out, either you're done or it's getting dropped. That's simple.
Yeah.
So
I spent $300 on Starfield.
What's
I
the
spent
official,
$60.
not early access date? What's the official launch date for Starfield?
6th.
The 6th.
So people get to play it on the 1st.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Right.
So yeah, you got roughly.
And ponies can play Baldur's Gate on the 1st.
The 26th. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so you got 2 weeks. Yes.
This is why I don't understand all these bootleg Xbox fans we got here, right?
Yeah.
You need this game on your platform, like D-Batch. I'm sorry, I'm gonna start calling these weirdos out, bro. Yes.
That's
And then what's the other, there's this other guy. You not Tom Warren, the other guy, the fake Xbox dude who's on IGN. You
Destin.
can't. You can't. No, he's one too, but not him.
Ooh,
At least
Lesser.
he's which y'all call him Shaggy.
Right.
So it's like Xbox is giving PlayStation easy wins. That's the dude from Forbes. It's like, dude, look, who is gonna be playing Baldur's Gate when Starfield drops the day before?
I will.
Oh, you would?
No, I'll play Starfield. I don't even want to start anything. I'm trying to finish up Jedi Survival, and then I'm done. I got 4.5 hours left on Survival, and I think I'm done. I'll just continue playing whatever I have in progress that I know I'm not going to finish anytime soon, but I know Jedi Fallen or Survival, I'm almost finished with it. That's what I'm focused on right now. And once I'm done with that, I'm not starting anything new. You heard it here first.
Now that I'm back on Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate was like when I was a kid. So I don't think that console is where Baldur's Gate is going to thrive. I think PC is where the majority of its player base is going to come from. It's always been a PC game.
Yeah,
it's a straight up RPG, like literally Dungeons and Dragons style. I heard this from the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I never knew they were affiliated.
So is Baldur's is this release of Baldur's a remake or a standalone, like a newly released sequel?
This is brand new.
It's brand new.
Yeah, it's brand new. It's a part of the Dungeons and Dragons. Like it has a Dungeons and Dragons license, so it's official, right?
Bro,
so
Dungeons and Dragons has like 200 books that you can create stories out of. Bro, I watched them. Like they got them at the comic book store, bro. I was like, wow. Yeah. I don't know if I want to get started. They tried to recruit my wife and me to come play with them. Like, nah, I'll watch y'all play this one. But it's cool if you get into it. But I can see I'd rather play video games than do role play games.
But the first two were on PC. I think the first one came out like 98 or so. So I remember my brother had the first one, right, on PC. This is when they had the big box PC games, right? And then like the early 2000s, they started making like the smaller boxes. And I think that's around the time the second one had come out. And then like a decade ago, they remastered them or whatever, and they were also on PC on console. So you can get the first two on console, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they work or what they did, but it was based on this remaster that they did for PC at the time as well. So it's all based on the same thing. And there's another game series. I don't know if it's series, if they even have a sequel or whatever, but it was called Icewind Dale. All these games were made by BioWare. Oh, well, the first two for sure were made by BioWare, RIP, but a BioWare. So that's where the series first started. So it's a true.
I guess I should have bought them.
Yeah. So it's a true RPG in like. It's the type of RPG that all our other RPGs look to for inspiration. When you look at, like RPGs from the 80s on computers, when, computers were 8-bit and really slow and we compared to what we have now, like that's the type of RPG it was harkening back to even in 98. So it's real old school in terms of all of that. So even though you're talking about dice rolls, it's even in the interface. You see the dice roll. I don't remember that being the first two or not, because it was my brother really played it. But I seen the footage of this one. You actually see the dice roll when you're making these choices in the beginning, at least, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like all the time when it's a tough decision to make, where it's left up to chance. But bro, all this stuff started with tabletop.
Yep.
So like it's just like Cyberpunk, right? That's from Mike Pondsmith and whoever the company is that he made it for. Like Cyberpunk came from tabletop, but I'm glad that they didn't try to make it, kind of like tabletop, and they made it, an action RPG.
Yeah.
Because you look at it, Witcher 1 and 2 were good games, but it didn't take off until Witcher 3.
Yeah, I never played the first two.
Well, they were on I don't know if I think I paid like $5 to get it on Xbox, but I've had it on PC for years.
I have them. I just never played them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why Witcher 3 caught my attention, but it caught my attention. I played it, and I'm glad I did. And I played it twice.
It had a lot more hype than the other two.
Yeah, and a lot more level up of the type of game where console gamers could look at that and say, "Oh yeah, I want to play that like graphically, all of that." It was great, and then the DLC. It's one of the few games where the DLC is actually as flesh out as the main game. A lot of these games you get the DLC.
And it's all,
really not the
put it like,
the real game.
What?
I didn't want to cut him off. But I was
No,
gonna say,
I'll
put
wrap up. It's good, man.
put it like this. If it was Sony DLC, they'd be standalones.
Yeah.
That's how in depth and additive these Witcher 3 DLCs are. Like,
Absolutely.
well, you play Witcher, right? Ted?
Yep.
Witcher 3. Yeah. So we going on and on about it. But yeah, there's a reason why they keep reselling it. It's like Skyrim, bro. Like, I can't wait for Starfield. I was playing Sleeping Dogs before I decided.
He's gonna make me play Witcher 3 again. He said next
Witcher
gen patch,
3.
fire.
Oh yeah. See, I started it
He said
again, and I was like,
three
man,
fires. It must be that good.
it's fire. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, Jamaican horn there, bro. but yeah.
The chat.
Go ahead,
Do you guys have that little emoji reaction thing? Because I'm seeing that on my console here, or my management studio thing. Because it has like a little heart.
I don't know
You
what
could do
you're talking about.
100. You could do like a party thingy.
Oh, you mean like in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes up sometimes. It's like a little hard eye press, but it's not on there now. Yeah, shout out to who else can see. Hunnit was in here.
Yeah. Let's see.
But nobody is leaving Starfield. Like, that game comes out, and if you notice, like, Assassin's Creed moved out, pushed back a little further to give himself some room. You had Remedy. They pushed their game back a little bit.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Alan Wake 2. They delayed it for a couple weeks, and same thing for Mirage.
Oh, that's crazy.
The next Ubisoft game out by day one, though, is gonna. Man, I'm really considering, but man, that's a lot of money for subscriptions. Prince of Persia.
I'm happy that
that's that
Creed got
2D one
back.
this time, huh?
Yeah, but it looks great to me.
Yeah, it does look great. I like those type of games.
Hell yeah.
I like the
I'm
Assassin's
looking
Creed
at, like,
ones.
what did
Remember
they-
the Assassin's Creed set? They had the Russia,
China,
and like one other one, I think, or is it 3?
China.
I forget.
Those aren't my favorite, but yeah.
Those were fun.
I didn't really start enjoying Assassin's Creed until the RPG formula. This is why, like, I said I was gonna skip Mirage altogether.
Yeah.
But my son, he's beaten all of them. Like, that's his favorite franchise. He's beaten every Assassin's Creed game, and I showed him the little bodysuit.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know, what the? I'm gonna ask you again. Because they partnered up with this company that does the little bodysuits.
Yeah.
That way you can get the haptics all over. Thought that'd be neat. He's always trying to play VR. I mean, that's like the next level. Next to getting killed for real. They told me about this, and I looked it up.
What,
Like-
VR that really kills you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we don't want none of that.
Yeah.
Now you want to have like in Cyberpunk or the Matrix where you're jacked in, direct
Oh,
to your
yeah,
brain. That's the next level. Ugh.
Yo, man, I
Yeah,
got the
that's
new VR, and when you die, bro.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. You get total recall.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Bro, how y'all feel about it, man? Because it's like, I keep hearing people complain about, Xbox not having Baldur's Gate. Do you guys think that Xbox should
Dude, I forgot it.
make exceptions for their parity clause?
No, because this is all just narratives that the press and crap are talking about. Because on the PC, this isn't a problem. There's different levels of hardware. Not everybody has the highest end machine, right?
Yeah,
Like you see my PC in that picture. It's a GeForce
it's beautiful.
It's a 2070 Super. It's an old card compared to what's out now. You know what I mean? It's 3 generations behind now. There's 2 generations ahead of what I've got, right? It's not worthless or anything, right? It still plays modern games.
That's still
but
great.
Right, it's still actually great. But my point is, this higher end hardware, there always is, there's range, and that's always been there on PC.
Yeah.
And the Xbox emulated that with the Series S and X.
Yeah.
Like, this is just all bunch of narratives, and this is just exactly to what Realist was speaking out about earlier, when you got dudes like
Just a bunch of malarkey.
Clowns out here who are just like, they sitting because they want drama and stuff to talk about, to get clicks and views, man. It's all soulless bullshit.
I like some clicks and views.
I know you do, but no, I agree with you, Sick. Like, if they let one go, then others will do it, right? Because the way they sold it, and people say, "Oh, Sony talked to developers." Xbox says the same things when they release a new console. They talk to developers and they help. They wanted to know what it would take to help them realize their dreams, right? So,
Yes.
so they all had something. Right, and they all had something to say, right?
Yeah.
It's like I forgot, was that Nintendo and Capcom told them, hey, we need more RAM, and they went back to add more RAM. So this is not a new concept where like developer input is there. So when Jason Ronald was making his rounds on podcasts and saying that it does everything the Series X does at a lower resolution, I'm having trouble believing that they made that up. Right, but at the same time, there's no split screen in any of those games. Honestly, I think that they weren't interested in split screen. I think they felt like they left that in the past, like back in OG Xbox days.
You're exactly right, because there's all these games lately that don't have split screen, and everybody's like, they don't care, right? The fans are like, they don't care. The only people who complain about that are the people who root for the opposing platform, right? If it's on PlayStation when it happens with Gran Turismo or whatever game, the Xbox dudes will clown them for that. And of course, the PlayStation dudes who are 10 times worse about it, right? They're talking about with Forza, and they're clowning them about it, but it'll happen later, right? But with Halo, they said it's not happening, I think it was at the time, or ever. I forget which, right? And they got crap for that, but people moved on. It's like, move the F on. Split screen is just not a thing anymore. People want to play online.
I don't remember the last time I used split screen.
Co-op with each other.
If anything,
it's co-op
it's
only,
like
everybody wants online.
If anything, games are like Cuphead, where both players are on the same screen now, not split screen.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like, because my kids, my wife, they play a game called Night Squad, and then another one called Coin Squad. Mm-hmm. That's where everybody's on the screen, and then they play Rayman. They play Mario, New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's on the same screen.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Like, now another thing though, shout out to Tencent, man, because everybody's hating Tencent, right?
Why?
10 cent is this and 10 cent is that, right? But this supposedly the game of the year, right? It's only what it is because of Tencent.
Yep, because they put that money in there. And that's all Tencent is really doing. The real concern, and it's what I've always said, right? It's because it's China, and no matter what,
man, America's spying on you too.
No, I'm not saying that, but it's still kind of sus, right? Even more so. Of course, they're all spying on us, but it's just real sus. But when push comes to shove and you look what they're doing, they haven't done anything that anybody else wouldn't do. They invest in the right places and they recoup that benefit. It's that simple. They're doing smart investments, frankly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like people keep knocking 10 cent. 10 cents this, 10 cents that. It's like,
that's all.
Yeah, I understand that, right? But America's spying on you too, right? And China pretty much owns this place, so it doesn't matter anyway. Like, you just live your life and kick until you kick the bucket. Like, stop worrying about who's spying on you, because you're gonna keep logging in. You're gonna keep putting your applications in for whatever wherever it's required, because you want whatever it is that they're offering. So they got you. Right? TikTok, whatever it is, it doesn't matter.
And they've already long ago got you too. And they've already long ago got you. Like, all these people who work. And it's funny, they complain about that stuff on the platforms that steal their information the most, right? Social media platforms. This is where they complain about that stuff, where it's happening to them. Like, shut the hell up. You done lost all that stuff ages ago before anybody was even concerned about it. Okay, when the internet was still on dial-up. All of y'all already lost all that. You don't even understand. So sitting there complaining about it is one thing. It's just that it's China. And yes, you could just say America, of course, between all of that, but it's a bit more sus feeling, right? But then it's about a feeling more than any logic. It's what I always say, logic versus emotion, right? This is more of an emotion type of situation. That's all. But Tencent is making smart investments. That's all. That's what they've always been doing.
Yeah, and they got 30% of that one. I think they got Asobo. They got Ubisoft's parent company. So look, this is why I'm for consolidation, right? Because when all these PlayStation fans were creating these narratives about how consolidation is so bad for the industry, right? And they were giving shout outs to Playground guys who left, right? Started their own studio. I was like, all right, they're gonna get out there and see just what it is. Moon Studios, how long have we been waiting for them to come out with a game while they're telling Microsoft to go multi-plat and all this other stuff? We're still waiting on Moon Studios to make a game, right? The game that they've been talking about. It's not easy. So why not become a subsidiary? Like, Activision wanted to be purchased. EA wants to be purchased. So I don't have a problem with it because if it keeps these things alive, then I'm for it. Like there's a lot of these studios that are barely making it, and we keep crying about microtransactions.
Yeah.
They gotta do something. This is why I expect Activision to cut back a little bit, because microtransactions are still gonna be a part of the game. They have Game Pass, and some of these games are free to play, so they're gonna be a part of things. But I don't expect them to be as bad and predatory. But I'm for consolidation.
Speaking of, I have a question to ask both of you. I imagine really you have more to say on this than maybe Tech, right? But okay, so first let me establish with the Call of Duty series, right? Ever since Modern Warfare, way back in 2007, right? It's been Modern Warfare. Then you got World War II, so World at War, right? And then you had I want to say it was Black Ops, and then
Black Ops.
Was before Modern Warfare 2? No. It was Modern Warfare 2, then Black Ops. So what it was eventually it was 3, but at first it was 2 games, right? Back and forth. Because World at War was really the prequel to Black Ops, right? Like they're connected. So you would say you got the Modern Warfare franchise, and then you got the Black Ops franchise, and they would alternate. So to give the other game an extra year of development time, right? Eventually it became 3 games, right? Now, this year, it's Modern Warfare 3, right? They went directly to that. Now then, I know that implies that a lot of things, that they might have rushed a lot of things and this and that. A lot of people are talking about the maps and this and that, and they just recycling stuff, which isn't really so much the truth. If you've been watching a lot of the videos from like Espresso and other Call of Duty channels, who went and actually got to play the multiplayer, right? And they're not allowed to talk about it too much, and they're not even allowed to show any video that they have until the multiplayer reveal, and they can reveal whatever content that they recorded it at the studio that they recorded, right? Yeah. But they did mention that the game is going to have this many maps, right? And it's going to have a bunch of remasters from the first Modern Warfare remake from 20.
From which year?
There's a lot of content from 2019 Modern Warfare. The beginning of this franchise that's about to end this year with this one, right? From 2019 Modern Warfare, not 2007, right?
I mean, I don't mind when old maps come into play,
especially in Modern Warfare.
But
you want certain maps to come back. Their love. Lots of games like that. Halo, Rainbow Six, all types of stuff like that, right? But the issue I have is, so do you feel they rushing it this time, or is this the plan? Like the next game that was planned was Modern Warfare 3 and not another Black Ops or whatever the third tier franchise that they have is, which might be Advanced Warfare or whatever, right? Because there was rumors that this one was going to be Advanced Warfare or maybe a sequel to Infinite Warfare, right? And that didn't happen. So it turned out to be this one. And so there's a lot of supposition that maybe it's because of the sale that they just want to finish off Modern Warfare and they focus on that. But until we play it, we can't know, but everybody's assuming the worst, especially because it's Activision, right?
Yeah.
But I want to get your guys' opinion on that. Do you think they're rushing it, or do you think this is just what they focused on as the immediate sequel?
Yeah, it just
And it
fucking.
actually has all the content it should have.
I mean, I guess with the content, what I don't want it to be is you get Modern Warfare 3, and then the previous maps are your main base maps, you know, and they come out with one unique map. That I don't like, you know.
Right.
Please have your base maps that are based for Modern Warfare 3 that are unique in Modern Warfare 3. And then if you want to add on Modern Warfare 1 and 2 as a bonus maps, then fantastic. That just gives you a lot more maps, right?
Right.
But if they're going to come out like, here's Modern Warfare 3, and here, are they going to have a story? No? Or are they done with stories?
No, they still have stories.
Okay. So here's your story.
They tried that one time.
So here's your Modern Warfare 3 story, and here's your 5 maps from Modern Warfare 2 or 1 or whichever it is. I'm like, okay, what about Modern Warfare 3 maps, right? Oh, here's 2 of them, but you got 6 more coming in 6 months. I'm like, dude. Like,
well,
no.
that's exactly what they're saying. So there's 6 maps for Modern Warfare 2, right? And it's been modernized, and they move certain things around, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But also there's zombies, but I don't see any information about new maps.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
what I
Then
did
that
read
sounds like
was
it's rushing.
about what you said, that there's gonna be, 6 months of, new content, maps and stuff like that they will be released. That will be happening. So
yeah, that sounds
okay,
like
so
it's
that's your
rushing, and
opinion
they're
on it?
playing it safe. Like, all right, we're going to give you some old maps for free, but in the next 6 months, hey, you're going to get like 5 more new maps. I'm like, well, why can't we just get the new maps now and get the old maps within the next 6 months, you know?
Gotta keep
The
you
old maps
playing.
are easier to do, right? They gotta keep you playing. And
Well,
this is an expansion of the new of last year's,
Yeah.
right? And they're wrapping up, but yeah, they're playing it safe. I'm not even debating that. That's not the question. I think. Oh, okay, my question is: do you think they put all their chips into this one instead of parallel developing the one for next year and this year at the same time, or did they put all their chips in this one? Because isn't it the rumor that next year they're not even going to have a new one, and they're going to continue to do a content to this one? Or is that
well, see, that's what I was gonna say. Like, the rumor early on, right? Because they were supposed to move to a 2-year dev cycle, right, or a 6-year. You know how you look at it.
Right.
Well, it's 6 years because you got 3 different studios with 2 years in between each release. That's what they were supposed to be doing. Right now, it's 3 years between releases. This was supposed to be a DLC. Now, like the Call of Duty community, not the people on the internet, the people who actually just go out there and buy it on religion, they're some of the most easily pleased out of all the fan bases. Because if you ask me, they're playing pretty much. Nah, the people on the internet, screw them. Because all they do is talk. I'm talking about the people who go out there and buy it, like my nephews, my cousins. They just go buy it, right? They're going to be pleased. Like, they're going to be pleased, right? They're bringing zombies back, like Six said. This was supposed to be a DLC, remember? Because they were supposed to be going on to the 2-year cycle now. So I wouldn't say that it's rushed, but I'm going to say that, like, everybody was saying that Call of Duty was on the downside, right? And then what's the well, I mean, they did have a little valley in there, right? And then Vanguard came.
Was supposed to come and destroy Call of Duty, and then they shot themselves in the foot.
Right, and then Halo came, and everybody was high on it, and then it went away. But so this last one that came out, Modern Warfare, that was like the biggest one ever, right? So I think they're just striking while the iron is hot, and then they go to the 2-year dev cycle. Because this is why they're selling it, right? Because the rumors were that it was a DLC, and now they're saying it's a feature-rich, full release.
Oh,
yeah!
I think I know why they're doing this. It's because they
Why?
need to wrap up the contract with Sony with a full release, or they're giving them this.
But that doesn't end until next year.
Next year, yeah.
No. Well, technically it ends next year, but this is the last game they have to give them. Because
I don't
the
know.
content will continue on till next year, right? They still have to make content till next year to fulfill the contract. But the game that comes out next year, if they were to do one next year, isn't a part of the contract. They only had one more game to do, it seems.
Which is
We'll see. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to play Call of Duty until it hits Game Pass. Like,
Right.
I was one of those people that bought it every year. I'm not going to do that.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm not going to play Call of Duty until it hits Game Pass. So, whatever they do, I can give a fat rap. But to answer your question, I don't think it's being rushed. I think this was something that was always planned. And, like, I think they're going to continue to support it. And see, this is also like testing grounds, right? They're going to see just what they can do to keep the game, to keep the franchise steady. You know, because right now you're on back-to-back releases where one was the most popular, and then the next one broke every record they ever had before.
They always say that too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they didn't say it during the Gears of War Vanguard,
Right.
and so honestly, you got
anticipated Call of Duty of all time. It's breaking records. Oh my god, it's so.
but they are though. Tech. It's one thing if they're lying, but they're breaking records. Like,
Well, yeah.
For
I mean,
real.
so we're
Yeah,
not.
like, they also released-
some because of name recognition.
I don't. Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, like, PlayStation sell because of brand recognition is still number one. But like, the thing is they sold on Steam day one too. Like, all that factors in, and the PC players been talking all this crap about $70 games, and they got in line.
And that's what validates
So-
it. Yeah, because the PC
Yeah.
guys are doing it big. They're not beholden to any of the things the console dudes are, and they're still buying it. And that's why
Bro.
anytime you see a game that's also on PC and it sells like Hi-Fi Rush, right? That was the
Mhm.
validation for Hi-Fi Rush, the fact that it sold on PC as well day one very well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why people saying that Starfield is gonna flop. There's no way it's gonna flop.
Nope.
Like, Bethesda games were always PC first, and now they're day one. They're on Steam. I don't know if it's gonna be on Epic, but whatever. It's everywhere. It's on Xbox. It's in Game Pass. There's no way the game's gonna flop, even if they sold 1 million units, which I doubt. They're still gonna have people playing it, and then they'll be able to hype up the user numbers.
That on pre-orders alone, like they did with Forza.
I
Forza
just gave
came
a-
out early, right?
I just gave a random flop number, bro. Yeah, I mean, there's no way Bethesda game is gonna flop until, like,
Right.
even Fallout 76. A lot of people are mad with the backpacks and stuff, but if you get on there right now, it's populated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ESO still populated. So Bethesda's games have a following, but yeah, sixth answer. I don't think it's rushed. I think that they're stretching what was supposed to be a DLC. Because if you notice, like, they're letting you bring your weapons, your progress over to the new game.
Right.
They never done that before.
Yeah.
So maybe they're experimenting. Because if they can sell like NFT guns and let you carry them from title to title, that might be a selling point. Because, like, as much as we hate them, the other people out there, they don't care. Everybody wants something unique.
Yeah. So when are you supposed to get your collector's edition?
It says by the 1st. It better come before the 1st.
By the 1st or before?
More than likely, they'll actually give you at least you have the code to preload it already, or what happens with that?
No, he said it's in the,
The
box,
code.
right?
Yeah, it's in the CD case.
It's in the CD case. They email you or something like that, or they sign a receipt where you can get the code or anything.
No, I mean, I bought it. I got one from Best Buy, one from GameStop. So I'm just waiting for the box to come in.
I see.
That's it. Like, I thought that I didn't get the one on Best Buy, so I still have the one on GameStop. So if y'all want one, I sell a seat for cost, or I'll go flip it.
I have a question because yesterday was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday because the day before yesterday I finally beat high on life. No, the day before yesterday I beat high on life. Or was that yesterday? No, the day before yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw. Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
Yeah. Let's do it, Cliff. Let's do it. Right.
Let's
Anyway.
do it. Isn't he awesome?
So, oh my God, exactly like the way and that's why I gave that clip. let's do it.
Let's
Like he
do
was
it.
happy as fuck. And then afterwards, he's like, I did it. But I skipped the credits. I think I fucked up and skipped the credits, and I think I fucked up by doing that. But anyway,
hey, you can watch it online.
so I guess I was playing Broforce yesterday. So anyway, I started looking in the store to see if like the preload for Starfield is gonna happen soon, right? Because I already had the stub, little 300 megabytes or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
And so I looked, and it said pre-order pending, and I'm like, wait, did you not take my money yet? And I look at my bank account to the day that I bought it, right, which I think was the 21st or so of last month.
Yeah.
And I don't see it there. And I'm like, wait a minute, did they not take my money yet? Oh, no, they didn't take my money yet. But it's preloaded now. But then I realized today, like, for example, Dead or Alive Part 4, right? I have it on disc, right? I played to death when it came out on 360. I think that was a launch game, right? If you look at my achievement, you see I have achievements on there. But I downloaded the game because I wanted to get it digitally because I can't find where I put my disc. I think one of my nephews actually had stolen it or whatever. But anyway, I still have the case, but the disc isn't in there. And so I was looking to buy the game digitally for cheap, and I'm waiting for it to be on sale. But meanwhile, I was able to download the game, even though I can't launch it because I don't have the disc. And I didn't buy the digital license or whatever yet. So that's when I realized, even if I don't have the game on purchase, whatever, I could download the game and it will be on my Xbox. And in fact, now with the new dashboard, what you'll notice is the games that you have downloaded and you don't have a disc for or a digital license for, it shows up in your list of games, but there's a triangle there with the exclamation point in the middle. So I read further into the thing and it says 10 days before release, that's when they're going to charge you. So FYI, if you pre-ordered it, make sure you have money in your account if you're like, you're not, if you're not rich or whatever. I'm not rich, but I'm saying if you don't got it like that, make sure you got your money in your account on the day they're going to take it out, especially if you got, if you bought
you gotta be a baller, premium upgrade, like right? Sick. And have money in the bank.
I'm no baller, but at the same time, I just realized, wait a minute, they didn't take the money yet. So a lot of people might be disappointed thinking they took the money, especially if you don't pre-order a lot of games, right? And you're not used to doing that a lot, which I usually don't, right?
I usually buy
like the last time I pre-ordered was Modern Warfare 1, and then it didn't work for a couple of hours at launch time in 2019. So that was the first and last time I did that in a while, even for a game I knew I was going to play day one, right? So yeah, FY, watch out for that because they haven't taken your money yet unless you purchase a physical copy or whatever like that.
There you go.
Maybe not even the digital copy if you bought the full thing. Just make sure, when time comes that they're going to take their money and you want to be there that first day on the first. And then all
the money is where it's supposed to be.
You better make sure your money is where it's supposed to be. Exactly.
You better have that bag ready.
Yeah,
because
take it.
Yeah, I hope that I get it before the first. Otherwise, I'm gonna be upset because what I'm gonna end up doing is buying the upgrade. If it's not there,
where did you get yours from?
I got one from Best Buy, one from GameStop.
Ooh, GameStop! They're canceling orders like crazy. Did you see?
Canceling orders of what?
That one edition, the special edition one.
I got it the first day. We'll see.
Yeah, they better come through.
As long as both of them don't get canceled. But yeah,
I know Best Buy and Microsoft are usually really good at.
Best Buy is really good. They're the last man standing. Like I know you're from Houston too, right? We used to have Circuit City. We used to have Fry's. We used to, now the only one left is
Best Buy and Microsoft.
Best Buy.
Best Buy. Yeah, but Microsoft.
Yeah, we got one Micro Center.
Yeah, Best Buy was more of a Fry's though.
And Comp USA.
Remember Comp USA? Yes.
Because they had one on Westheimer, right? And then it went away. Then it came back on I-10.
Came back for a bit,
yeah.
They
so we'll see, man. We'll see. If it doesn't hit, I'm gonna be upset, and I'm gonna spend my $35 on the upgrade, bro. If Forza have 4 million or whatever before release, man, Starfield's gonna have way more than that.
At least
10, it's gonna be crazy.
10, yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Well, then you're gonna have people say, "Well, How many is that from Game Pass where people didn't even pay for it?
I don't give a damn about them people on the internet, bro.
That's the same thing they
like,
did for Forza 5. It doesn't work like that. It's only the people who pay for the early access. And that's how many millions did it.
I paid for the early access.
I did. Well, I didn't do it for Forza Horizon, but I want to do it for this next Forza that's coming out, right? It'll be the same thing.
I'm doing it for everything. I love all Microsoft's games.
Oh, so all
why y'all laughing?
You bought.
It's funny, but if you are, you are. If you're not, you're not. I figure you're joking. But anyway.
No, I ain't joking. Can't think of one.
All right. Well, then, hey, cool. I can't knock it.
Redfall.
I can't knock it. So
I ain't do that one.
True. Yeah, I would have knocked it.
I beat it though.
Yeah, I beat it too.
But the point I'm trying to make is,
let them talk.
Back then when they tried to talk all that crap, right, about Forza, right? Oh, how many people really bought that was at Game Pass? That was all people who bought it because people on Game Pass alone had no access to it until it came out. That's why it was early access. And the only way you got early access was you paid for it. That's so if there's 10 million people on Xbox on the 1st of September playing the game,
before it officially came out, right?
Right. That's 10 million people who paid for it to have early access.
That's $400 million.
Yep.
Not to mention the people that's gonna it's 40. How much was it? $35?
35 minus, the 20%. So it's like
$33 when I paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So imagine all the people on the computer, that buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna have all these people buying this game. Bro, Bethesda has.
I'm glad they made this like a play anywhere game because I'm gonna download it on my laptop.
Right.
Well, I already got it preloaded on my Ally.
Yeah, well, I was gonna do that, but then I realized, that's a lot of space to waste on my SSD. I only got the 512. I need to upgrade it.
I got the upgrade. So.
Oh, speaking of which, did you partition the drive like I suggested?
No.
That's still an option you can do after the fact.
I could do it. Okay, tell me why.
Do it.
Okay. So the reason you partition it. Okay, look. Well, I suggest you have a 2 terabyte or 1 terabyte. Realist.
2.
Oh, you have a 2. Okay.
I said deuce.
So what I
said 2.
I didn't hear it, so that's why I asked. Okay, so what I suggest is you partition it such that there's 2 partitions, right? The first partition is 512 gigs, right, to match the original size of the drive in case, like, their apps or whatever that come with the ROG Ally is expecting the drive to be a certain size, right? Then you take the rest of the 1.5 gigs and you partition that completely as a partition that's a gig and a half, and that's where you put all your games to. So that way, if you ever have to reinstall the operating system for whatever reason, you don't have to re-download your game because it's on a separate partition that the installer of Windows doesn't have to mess with at all.
Yeah.
And that way, all your games and stuff are still there.
Word.
And that's 1.5 terabytes of downloading you don't want to have to do, right? So.
Yo, man, give it to Wilkin, man. He said GameStop so sadly it's rare they deliver on day one. Give him a heart. Let me give him
it's
a heart.
True.
100.
Man, forget Wilkin, man. You got to raise up off of GameStop, man. They're the last man standing. Who do we have?
I clicked on.
We got all these mom and pops.
Moms and pops in Best Buy.
There is a lot of mom and pops now, man.
And
bro, you can't. Does Best Buy still have their? What'd you say?
There's a lot of mom and pop shops here now. Gaming shops.
Amazon, yeah, get out of here, bro. Does Best Buy do trade-ins?
Man, I
know they used to.
Ever since they killed their gamer club unlocked thing, I never traded again with them.
I stopped trading in games a long time ago, in the 360 generation, towards the end. Because especially, like, I know myself, I know what I like. I don't risk my money on a lot of games. Yeah. Like, if I buy a game, I know what I like to play, so I don't expect to trade in. Like, it's rare I do. Like, I traded in Street Fighter 4 because of Super Street Fighter. I didn't need to keep the first one, right? So I traded that in, right? But when Ultra Street Fighter came out, it was a DLC that you could buy, and it will upgrade you this to that, and that's what I did, right? And at that point, I started doing a lot of digital purchases anyway, so I don't buy this, so I don't care about trading in. And that's when I started to buy from Amazon, because GameStop started to be crap anyway. Like you go there to buy a new game, right? Or let's say, Call of Duty the day after it came out, right? You walk in to buy it, you don't have a pre-order, but you know they got it, right?
Yeah.
They'll sell it to you. What do? They try to sell you an open copy.
Yes.
Right, that they sliced open. And that's just one example of the millions. Like,
which I don't
crap
get why
things
they
they've
do that. Why don't you just put one of those black things up there, those black cases, with a Xerox copy of the cover, and keep all the new ones sealed. Don't put a new one and sell it. Don't open up a new one and sell it as new when it's like, okay, you open it, it's used to me,
Yeah, exactly. And so if you try to argue about it and then you say you'll call security, right? All of a sudden they sober up and will offer you the disc that you want, right? Like they really can't, but they'll try to push it on you, right?
Yeah.
But even they'll try to say, they'll call security, the cops on you if you try to stress the situation on them, right? But it's just a fake out because they can't do that to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just one example of lots of things that they did that made me say, you know what? The hell with them. I'll just go to Amazon. Plus, it comes to my house day one. I was already messing with Amazon for multiple other things, right?
Yeah.
Like I have Prime, and then they have Prime Video, which I didn't use for years, even though I had access to it because that's what I paid for Prime for.
Yeah.
But nowadays, once in a blue, I use it. But Amazon is just better. I think it's a combo of Amazon and GameStop being annoying that killed GameStop, right? It's not the competition other than Amazon that did anything else. It's mainly GameStop being annoying. Because if GameStop wasn't annoying, even Amazon wouldn't have killed GameStop to what they are now, right? Like, yeah, the business wouldn't have been as good as it had been, but it wouldn't be as bad as it is now. And that's their own doing, is my point.
Yeah. So Wilkin says, they, as in GameStop, deliver my Xenoblade Chronicles 3 a week late. But you got it? Huh? No?
Hey, they said, and whenever you make an order, they say expected delivery date.
Expected.
This ain't UPS, guaranteed delivery. You better watch out, man. Get up off GameStop, man. They're doing the best they can. They bought up everybody, and now look at them.
I think I've only pre-ordered from GameStop maybe once or twice in my entire gaming life.
I don't pre-order anything, right? I pre-order the consoles, but
consoles, yes.
It's not like they're gonna sell out the games. Like I'm all digital, baby.
Oh, the digital sell out, man. You don't know. It's a new thing now.
Hey, I waited outside the store for a digital code. But no, what do I need to pre-order? I'm trying to think if I did. No.
Starfield.
I just ordered my custom controller.
Starfield.
Yeah, I did that. Right? Yeah, I did that.
There you go.
But,
why are you lying?
But that's it, though. But that's it. Like I said, the consoles too. But it's like I'm trying to think. Like, why do people? Well, I'm not a physical person, so it's like I never understood.
I'm not a physical person anymore, so it doesn't matter to go to GameStop. Like they're relevant to me now. I don't even really use Amazon for that because I don't do.
Well, I do go to them first, bro. I do go to them first because I do want them to be around. I don't want them to go away. Because I mean, like when I was they bought up everybody, right? Babbage's, EB Games, they bought up everybody. And when I was in the East, there was Babbage's, and then down here we had EB. They're gone. They're all GameStop, and now you got people that are F GameStop, and they want GameStop to go away. It's like then what?
Yeah. It sucks. Take your money. They don't give me anything for my trade-in. Exactly. That's what they do.
That was the other complaint.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's better than nothing, right? Because they need to make money. It's like complaining about the pawn shop not giving you enough money back. No, they're trying to flip it.
They're trying to flip it. That's what I do. I flip it, man.
But that's why people complain, because they know they're flipping it and they know how much they're flipping it for. See, that's the other thing, right?
It's because those people, and when I mean those people, I mean those people, right? They don't want to go. They don't want to go through the trouble of posting it online and dealing with the buyers,
right?
And then meeting them up. Oh, what's gonna happen? They're gonna rob me or anything like that. So I get that part, but at the same time, if you're just gonna go trade it in at a GameStop or a pawn shop or pawn it off, then that's your convenience charge pretty much. You're gonna have to take a lot less.
Yep.
From them rather than selling it online, independently.
Well, the thing about it is, too, when you buy a used copy from like GameStop of a brand new game, it's only like $5 off
It
the
is only
base
like
price,
$5.
right? Like it was like that was the thing about it. See, it wasn't the fact that they're giving us low. It's that we know how much they're gonna sell it for used. So that's the point. We know they're gonna
We're gonna
resell
give
it
you
and flip it.
$30 for your
We get
1 week old game, and we're gonna flip it for $55. Make a $20
for 55 of a $60 game, right? And then, but like, and everybody knows it,
Yeah.
right? And so that's what killed. And that's another major reason of the top 3 or so, right? That really killed GameStop. And we can sit there and say blah, 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 and that, but we knew what they were doing and how much they were getting over. We ain't saying that's supposed to get over. It's a pawn shop type of situation. We get that, but that was ridiculous levels of that stuff. It was just egregious, like way too far.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I ain't mad at GameStop.
I ain't mad at GameStop. It was just how bad it was. You don't hate the player, hate the game, but this time it's not the game.
I don't like people complaining about GameStop when it's like, they don't give me enough money for my game. It's just a week old. And it's like, they're not going to give you full price if that's what you're expecting.
Full price. We're not expecting $15 for them to sell it for 55.
Bro, because I remember all my little buddies.
They offer you 30 for the first 30 days when it's released.
But they'll sell it for 55. I should get 40. I should get 40.
That I don't understand. I might as well just buy a new one. Because I remember back in the day, like all my little friends, man, they'll beat the game and bring it back for a refund. So then, like all the companies started to, if you open it, you can't get a refund.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but but what's gonna happen? Like, cause you got PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
PlayStation's making a digital console, right? That's gonna, once they sell out their stock, they're gonna have an all digital console only on the shelves, right? And for those who are physical people, they're gonna go buy the add-on. But for the most part, people are just gonna stick with the digital.
Well,
if they get a PlayStation in the future,
on what they're doing with it, because it's going to be one system and there's a drive, but they'll probably sell a model that has the drive in the box and one without. But it's the same system no matter what you get.
Sick, this is what happens, right? Unlike Xbox, they only have one console, one architecture. I mean, they both have the same architecture.
Right.
One board, everything's the same. So what it does is it allows them to make one particular console, just one console, and leave it there, and you can sell it at a lower price, and you can overcharge on the peripheral because we don't even know what it's going to cost for the DVD drive or Blu-ray drive. So they're going to primarily be digital because who's going to bother buying discs if you could just get the games digitally?
Yeah,
and I think that's what they're banking on. So I don't understand how because I remember like Walmart said, "Hey, we don't even want Xbox in here anymore." Remember when the SAG came out?
Yeah. So what I think they're gonna do is it's gonna be one system, right? And if you buy the model that comes with the drive, it's really a separate box they're giving you, right?
But there will be no model that comes with a drive.
Because I disagree. There's already rumors because with all that stuff that's going on that there's a USB, and so it's looking like it is. We'll see who's right about that. But I don't think they
look. Why would you sell a console with a drive when you have a detachable drive? You sell the drive separately.
And that's what I'm telling you. It's going to be one system. It doesn't have the drive in it, but it's modular to put the drive in. Not like the SAD way you couldn't add a drive
HD
to
DVD
it.
when we had it in 360.
But that's okay. This I think we're saying the same thing, but you're kind of confusing me when you say they're gonna have two different ones. There's gonna be one console on the shelf, and then right above it you'll see a bunch of little DVD drives that you can plug in.
Right. And there'll be a package deal when you buy it to get both, and it'll be like a discount if you get both.
This is Sony, bro. Everything, man.
That's retail.
They can be charging $150 for those things, man.
Hey, listen, man.
So is that really in the plans now that they're gonna sell a
if the videos are to be believed, along with the rumors, and I think his name's Tom whatever. No, this guy hasn't missed yet. Tom Warren.
Oh, right.
Because everything he predicted that I've seen has been legit. From the G Cloud clone or whatever to the consoles Like everything he said has been what it is. So he says it is what it is, and then they have the videos. If those are to be believed, then yeah, you're gonna have a console, and you can plug in the DVD drive to it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like Walmart like gave Xbox the blues, right? Even GameStop, right? Because they even had to strike a deal with GameStop. Where if you sell an Xbox digital console, they get a percentage of all of the game revenue from that console. So is PlayStation going to do something like that, or is Walmart going to make a stink, or is it going to be happy selling hardware? Because the money's in software for them too. You only sell the hardware once, but all those games on those shelves, that's money that they can make over and over.
At least this generation, they're not doing that. This generation,
I don't think it's gonna, but it's not gonna come in the box though.
Well,
And depending on how much they pay, depending on how much they charge for, who's gonna opt for that?
Well, how much is the
I guess
digital?
people.
and that's
400.
exactly the point. And that's exactly the point. It's not going to be in the box. It'll be a separate box. If you want to get the one with the drive outright, look, it'll be some sort of package where you get both, and it'll cost slightly. It'll be like a deluxe edition or whatever like that, or it might even just be at launch, right? But then eventually, what they'll use, and they'll use the poor sales of the version of the drive, right, to say that, oh, most people didn't need the drive, and so when they come out with the next generation, it won't have a drive at all. It won't even be there as an option, right? Like next generation may not have a disk drive or physical media at all. And they'll call back to this situation and say, oh, nobody really wanted it, nobody cared, and so that's why we took it out. And that's what they'll do.
So Ponte just arrived. He just got here like 10 minutes ago. He's late.
What up, Ponte, homie?
I don't like
super
waiting.
So that's why Wilkins is real MVP today.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want you to be late again, Ponte. Okay. I'm not gonna be waiting for you. We waited long enough.
Yeah, well, he gave us some good support this morning, so I guess it balances out.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that Xbox should try to make a digital console for the premium console?
For the Series X, like a digital
Mhm.
Series X?
Well,
Nah.
well, I think this upcoming PlayStation is definitely a die shrink, right, of the chip, and Xbox is probably going to have one. I don't know when, but it's got to be on the way as well, right? Because both of them are still on 7 nanometer, and TSMC is as far as 3. They could use 5 or 4. We'll see what they use, right? And that's going to save them money on Xbox and PlayStation, right? It's going to save them money. It'll give them more chips per wafer, all of those benefits. This is what they usually do with these consoles. It gets cheaper to produce. The parts are cheaper. They get, more optimized versions of the chips, all these things, right? They use less power, less heat. Eventually, it'll get to such a point where they'll make it slim. This next PlayStation revision, it's not a slim per se. It's just
they're making a better
cost
shell.
reduced. Right. It's cost reduced. I'm sure it does produce less heat and it's more capable than the last one. Maybe they upgraded the HDMI and other minor things like that. But it's not a true slim. Just look at the 360 or the PS2, right? The PS2 had the big model PS2, the launch version, but internally they were switching out parts all the time. First they took out the FireWire, they did this, they did that. Eventually they came out with the Slim, right? And the Slim had the modem and the network in it. Eventually they took out the modem too, and they even took out the power supply that used to be external. It was all internal eventually. It got super cheap to produce, right? That's what's going to happen eventually. But for now, they're at step 1, which is cost reduce, and they'll pass that on to us. So in theory, maybe $399. And this next PlayStation is most likely that. And then you can expect that Xbox is going to do the same thing within due time. We just haven't heard any leaks from them.
Yeah. So for Starfield, you guys ready for it? Like, do you have you're gonna be cosplay or anything? You got your controller, you got headsets, you got a T-shirt. I got a T-shirt from Quakecon, so I'm gonna be sporting on my new Starfield T-shirt. I should have wore it today.
Well,
I completely forgot that I had it.
Legal almost convinced me to buy that damn sweater.
The Quakecon
I'm
sweater?
not buying nothing.
No, Starfield sweater.
Yeah, they had them on sale.
Is it a sweater or a jacket?
It's like a zip up, I think.
Yeah.
Bro,
So I was like, man, I'm not gonna wear that.
Dude, I almost bought it because they had it. They had a Quakecon for. They had a bunch of stuff for Starfield for sale, and that they had a jacket / like a kind of like a not a hoodie but just a sweater, and but it was $70 for the sweater. I was like, man,
yikes!
I'm already paying for the hotel.
No, that's not bad, bro.
I'm already paying for the hotel, man. I'm paying for the hotel, man. That's not cheap. I mean, it is cheap, but still, you know.
Did you get like a weekend deal?
Yeah, we got a weekend deal out of it. Yeah.
Because man, it was like $300 a night.
No. So my bill for Friday, Saturday, and checking out Sunday. So I checked in Friday, then had all day Saturday, and then checked out Sunday. The bill came out to, I think it would have been like $470 or something like that.
That's not bad.
$470, $480. It would have been like
especially considering.
Let's just round it up to $500 for those 2 nights, just for the hotel room.
Okay,
hotel
that's
room,
valid.
parking, and the water park. That was $500.
Yes, especially considering that there was an event too, because normally they'll try to overcharge you for that.
It was because of the event they charged cheaper. So they knocked off a few bucks for the hotel. They knocked off for the parking. Yeah, for the hotel and the parking. Parking itself, if you just go any other day, is $22 a day. Right? Because at Quakecon, it was $8 a day.
That's not bad. $8? That's not bad.
$8 for hotel parking? You know they charge up the ass for hotel parking.
Yeah.
Bro, I went to the mall and they charged me $15 after 2.5 hours.
There you go.
So, so that's bad, bro.
Yeah.
You got a good deal, in my opinion.
Yeah. So they
especially
knocked off a few bucks
deals.
Compared to what would have been if it was just full price. Then it was a good deal. It was a good deal.
Yeah, I remember you telling me when they first announced like QuakeCon where it's going to be and what days. That's when they started announcing the like packages they have. So it was like packages that you invested in, right? It wasn't just like, oh, you planned the hotel for that day. It was one of these packages that you were talking about.
Yeah. So they announced the days when QuakeCon is going to happen, and then maybe not even a month later is when they start coming out with the special link to book the hotel room there, and with that special link you get the discounts on the hotels and everything. But this year, I think this is the first time they even knocked down the parking. I don't remember them doing that before. We end up paying full price in the previous years that was there.
I think they probably did that, to entice people to come because it's the first year back.
Yeah.
Probably next year it won't be as good.
Yeah, hope it's not like that. But yeah,
It won't be horrible, but.
And dude, I'm telling you, I mean, I didn't have to get a hotel room. I live 10 minutes away from that place, but it's just more convenient. It's just you got the water park, you got the inside, little biome that's in there. It's a nice hotel. It's a nice resort, And then it's like, dude, I'll just get the hotel. It's like we didn't even go on vacation this year or this summer, so it's like, I'll buy the hotel. It's not a big deal.
That's cool.
So, but yeah, so they were selling, and they sold out the special edition, the whole watch thing over there. They had a Pip-Boy wrist thing that you could buy. It was like $180. And then, of course, I bought the T-shirt, the Starfield, and it has that big logo, that the ray or the rainbow, whatever it's on there. The rocket, I think it's the rocket, right? It's Space Shuttle logo on it. They had that sweater. Yeah. They had a bunch of Doom stuff and lots of Quake stuff. So it was a fun event, and they had a lot of products. I'm telling you, man, that chair, man. I'm glad I walked out without it. Would have been nice to have it here right now.
Your booty would have loved it.
Oh yeah, I would have loved it right now. Yeah.
So check it out, man. My wife, she went through my boxes.
Oh, what'd she find?
She said, "You bought another controller?"
And
I didn't say.
And what box is this?
I ain't saying anything. It's Starfield controller.
Not mine. That's my friend's.
I'm a Starfield controller, right? She's like, and it's what's the word? She called it. I'm gonna say LGBTQ whatever controller,
Oh,
right?
she gave it the letters.
Okay, yeah, the Starfield controller.
No,
Yeah,
that
colors.
ain't. That ain't. That's not what she said. That's not what she said. But that's what she
The
said,
rainbow
right?
people.
Yeah. But she said, why you? What kind of controller is that, right? I was like, it's for Starfield. She's like, what is that about? I said,
Space.
it's a Bethesda game. She said, okay. And then she said, you got another box. What was in that box? I said, dang, man, this was a long time ago. Why are you worrying about what's in all my boxes? She said, what was in the box? It came from Washington. I said,
You're like, I don't know.
you gotta refresh my memory. Right? She's like,
Yeah, actually,
she
don't
said,
remember, but
she said, nah, I knew what it was, bro, because she's been talking about my accumulation of crap. So like,
Okay, I see.
and I have some Sennheiser headphones. I got those B&O headphones. I got the regular $99 Xbox headphones. I got some. It's like the PlayStation headphones. It's like five headphones on racks. So I didn't want to hear crap. So anyway, I told her. I said it's the headphones, and I just started walking away. And she chased me down the hallway. Why do you need more headphones? I said, when I play the game, I'm gonna be using it. She said, but what? And she came and she. That's you guys. I got a needler. I got a needler, right?
I think you
From
mentioned
the Halo needler from what's that boy's name?
Pope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Xbox Pope.
I never opened it. I mean, I never used it because I wanted to return it, but it came from China,
Oh.
and I had to wait days between, like maybe like 18 hours between responses from those people in their broken English. And I said, F it. I didn't like it because what they advertise is not what I got. It's a matte finish when it was supposed to be glossy and pretty.
Yeah.
Right? And so she said, you didn't even use this one. She said, you don't even use this one. And she pointed at the Starfield controller. She said, you should let me have that one.
Oh,
Nobody can have my Nobody can have my Forza. Nobody can have my Forza controller, bro. You know how the Forza controller look. It is kind of feminine.
Yeah.
But
it's comfy,
it's mainly it's mainly decoration. The rubber is cool. But anyway, yeah, buy another controller, and I brought this up because you asked how ready are we, dude?
Yeah.
When it comes in, I'm putting the headphones on.
Yeah.
I know that the controller comes with a screensaver.
Oh, does
right?
it?
Yeah. Have you used yours yet?
I haven't even opened the shipping box yet.
The dynamic wallpaper.
Dynamic
I
wallpaper.
haven't opened up the shipping box yet.
Real quick though, the Xbox now has a feature in the dashboard when you have a game launched or whatever, like the dynamic background. If you just have the default background and you don't have a dynamic one on, right, it's supposed to put on a background representing the game you have active. Or something.
Oh, you mean like PlayStation?
Right. It's like the original Xbox, with like the little orb, like
bro,
jelly thing in the beginning, and then with like the green fence type thing.
Bro,
that's what I use.
That's the one thing I give PlayStation props on, man. They pretty much mastered the presentation of the dashboard. But I mean, honestly, I still don't play dashboards. I can say they got a nice they got mood music and all this crap. I still just want to get to my game and start playing it. But yeah, so that's how ready I am. I was ready to take an ass whooping. All right, I'm gonna put my headphones on.
Space helmet.
If I could find one, I probably would, bro. I'm a Bethesda fan. I got a Wabberjack. You know the Wabberjack, right?
The what?
No.
Oh, the rabbit?
No, dude, Wabberjack.
The Wabberjack?
No.
So, okay, you know what? Y'all are not Elder Scrolls fans. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. No, WABBAJACK. Wabberjack. Okay.
The Jabberwocky.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm so, dude, my body is ready.
Your body's ready.
I'm on my Reggie Fizz I made right now, bro. I don't even know. I really don't even want to talk about the game because it just every time I talk about it, it reminds me how far away the game really is. So it's like this is why I didn't want to install it. I installed it the other day, but it was just like a 10 megabit placeholder. Okay, so I found that out because I clicked it to see what it would do,
Yeah.
and of course
You're
it said you are too early.
Right.
But bro, like I'm dropping everything, bro. I really like, cause like Zelda. That's why I didn't pick up Zelda, right? Cause I could have got the voucher.
Sucks, though.
No, it doesn't. I'm not gonna say that because I thoroughly enjoyed Breath of the Wild.
I didn't like
But okay. So Tears of the Kingdom, it has like building aspects and all this other stuff. I was like,
I
yeah,
didn't like
I don't know
the
if I want to.
certain clothes to certain biomes, and you die if you don't.
But so did you play Biomutant?
Biomutant?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Did you beat that?
I did.
it was the same thing.
I didn't wear anything. I just kept going.
Nah, you must have had an all weather gear. Because when you first start, you don't have all weather gear though. So you have to find the right pieces of equipment for each biome. You got the chemical one and the freezing and the fire.
Right there, that Biomutant was way better than Breath of the Wild. Oh.
It's possible, bro, but you can't cook in Biomutant.
I
Then-
don't want to cook. I don't like games that you have to. Well, I mean, I like the games, but I don't like that you have to fish. Right? I don't like those. Like, oh, let me go fishing.
I like
It's like,
fishing games.
why the hell do I want to go fishing in the game?
So you can
I like
eat,
fishing games.
bro.
Yeah.
I fish in Valhalla. I fish in Elder Scrolls Online. Get that perfect roll.
Yeah, I just got Sega bass
Hey, man.
fishing on.
Man.
I mean,
If
unlike
I have
it,
to fish, it's only because I have to proceed with the stupid game. That's all.
bro, unlike your inner pony and become immersed in the game and just forget that life is real.
Bro,
That's
I had
what-
the
these-
controller for the Dreamcast.
You know
are
what?
talking
You know
about?
what got real? And
Ooh, yeah, see, man,
And I'm sad about this. I'm very sad about this.
what?
All right.
The show's gotta end.
Well, that's gonna end too. But what's ending is the 360 store.
360.
Oh yeah.
The 360 store.
Oh,
It's a.
Oh.
So here's the thing about that.
Huh?
oh.
Here's the thing about that. A lot of people are upset and they're like, "Oh, this and that." But okay, first and foremost, stop complaining about the store closing if you didn't buy any of the content that you say you don't have. So get up off your ass and buy this shit before they close it up. That's first and foremost. Afterwards, you can complain about the longevity of software and stuff like that, right? Which, number one, you'll still have rights to download and access them on the 360, the One, the Series, whatever,
Mhm.
right? If they're backwards compatible on the
As
more
long as it's
recent ones, and
backward
then
compatible. But you also have
But
games
then
that
on
are
the
not
360,
backward compatible,
right,
and only playable
right,
on
right.
360, like I have,
Right, you'll
like the
still be able to
Transformer
download
games.
those. Yeah, but you'll still be
Or
able to
like
download them.
or like Lollipop Chainsaw that just got
Lollipop
delayed.
Chainsaw. There you go. What do you guys say about that? Sick.
Well, if you own the
Buster.
game on the 360, you'll be able to download it still. If it's not backwards compatible on on the One of the S, and you still have
Well, no,
the
if it's
360,
backwards compatible, you can, right?
right, but
Yeah.
And
if, it's not
and if
backwards
not, you need the
compatible,
console anyway.
So
Right,
here's
you
my
need the
question.
console
I think
anyway, it stopped
you
taking
just
a long time
answered it.
ago.
Which I've been reading this whole article here, and it's like, okay, maybe I can find the answer here, but I didn't see
Well,
it.
instead of blood on the sand,
Huh?
I said, well, not blood on the sand.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
one that's
$100.
backwards compatible that you can't download. No, hey, I found one for 70, but I still think that's too much.
So I
Yeah, it's
did
still too
read this whole thing, and I didn't find my answer in here. Now I get what they're saying here. It's going to shut down, right? And you cannot buy anything new anymore. Either you have to buy it through Windows or the current systems, right? If they're backward compatible. Okay?
Right.
I have a lot of digital games on the 360, which some
Mhm.
are backward comp, where the majority are, and there's some that just aren't, right? For
Yeah.
example, Transformers. I own both of them digitally, right? So let's just say it finally shut down next year, and for whatever reason, like I want to go set up my 360 again. Right now, it's back at factory state. Okay, I'll be able to set it up, but will I be able to download those games still?
Yes.
That's my question.
Yes. If
Will
you
there
purchase the
still be
game,
some sort of storefront to allow me to download a game? Still,
yes.
not purchase it, but what I own already.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they made that abundantly clear. It's
So I will
all
tell.
still there.
I'll tell Xbox is like 6 said yes.
Because they said yes.
Yes.
As long as you own the game, you'll be able to download. This is why the first thing I said was, if you complain about this, go and buy the games that you want before you can't no more.
I want to see the numbers of who are still playing
And
like
it's
360
next year. Oh no, 360 was still going, especially with these games being backwards compatible. It's
No.
still there.
I'm talking about who's playing the hardware 360.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Xbox Live was still a thing, and it was still millions of people on Xbox Live, right?
Yes.
Compared to Game Pass, right?
Yes.
In fact, more than Game Pass. So a lot of those people had to be 360 owners, right? Because it was because of just the logistics of certain other details that's not coming to mind right now, right?
Yep.
So we know this. You have until July 29th.
Well, that's not enough time, Sick. That's not enough time.
Listen, all these people were complaining. The only complaint that I can tolerate hearing, because you'll get no complaint from me because I'm the Osiris of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is it's not cool that they're doing this when they really don't need to. Especially Microsoft with the servers and the way I have it hooked up, they don't need to be doing any of this, right?
Yeah.
But also, everybody's already saying, well, and there's a bunch of YouTube videos, they're like, well, just pirate it or whatever. Like, either you're going to buy it because you care, or you're not because you really don't, but you just want to sit there and complain and whine and blah, blah,
fake
blah.
Outrage, right?
Right? And then all the physical people are saying, oh, but you got your discs already. You don't even really freaking play them. They're just on your shelves collecting dust.
Yes.
And then one day you'll sell them for crazy amounts of money.
Yes.
Right? All these people sit there and talk about that stuff. And then there's certain people like, Chronos Alex, let's say, he bought a PS2 and then Xenogears on PS1 for like $100 or something, right? And that was the deal according to him because it goes for like 200 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I need to find mine because I actually still do own that, and I'm sure it's in great condition. I only played it like 3 times. Maybe I can get $200 for it. I should put it on eBay. But I'm just saying, like, bro, like, most of these people who have these games don't freaking play them. Like, if they decide, oh, I want to play this old game, they don't go in their shelf or whatever to go find it. They go and they pirate it online because it's just freaking easier. This is why we do the digital games in the first place. It's just easier. You have these stacks of games on your shelves, they collecting dust, you don't do jack with them. You don't. You're too busy playing new shit.
Man, I'm telling you, when Xbox One was out and they started with the whole backward comp thing, man, yeah. I kept my 360 online as much as I could because that thing was a beast, right?
Yeah.
Loved it. And then Xbox One just kind of took over. I was like, man, I could just play everything here. You know, on the Xbox One. I was like, I don't need a 360. But I still got it. It's stored away, nice and clean in a sealed box, man.
Me too. In fact, a year after the one came out, I bought an S from GameStop, right? Yeah. At first I bought a used one from my cousin who didn't use it too often, right? And I'd set it up and stuff, and it just didn't work. I transferred the hard. I still have my original hard drive from my launch 360, even though I read Ring that it like 4 times, right? Yeah. And so I still have the last white one, and then I bought an S, and I transferred the stuff. And in fact, I had to buy
transferring the license was just a pain in the ass too.
Right. So that's the last step I didn't do. I'm gonna get to that. So I had to buy a hard drive because he had a 360 that didn't have the hard drive, but it was the S with the optical and still had the old connector, right? Because I have the VGA wire. I have other reasons why I wanted that, right?
Yeah.
So I got that. But the last step I didn't do was to sit there and because you can't do it in the back. So just like you were alluding to, you have to sit there and download each one. And it's been 10 years, I still haven't freaking done it yet, right? So I need to get around to that because I've been delayed.
Well, you have a whole year.
No, I don't even have a whole year. I have more than a year because in the end, even when you're not able to purchase any of this stuff, if you own it, which I do, I'll still be able to download it on my 360. That's not going away.
Yeah.
Like being able to play these games online isn't going away. It's just the store to buy new stuff is going away. Right? And even
keep that same energy, man. When PlayStation closed theirs, everybody was
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but the PlayStation guys were like, "Oh, you don't really need who cares, blah blah blah, left and right." Like they all of a sudden had an excuse, right? It's
Yeah,
always
but
never
their
a problem for
backward
them.
their
but when
backward
Xbox
system
does it, it's a problem.
sucks.
Right. So it's
Because you kind of have to have your PlayStation 3 and 4 because their backward compatibility system just it blows. It blows big time.
Yeah, it really does. It's almost non-existent. It's basically just backwards compatible with the PS4. That's it.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. Because I still play Geometry Wars, man. I don't know if you ever played that one.
Oh yeah. In fact, I have it on PC now. I have it on my raw. I used to have it on my Steam Deck.
It's a fun 360 game.
It's on Steam for $3.99.
I got Galaga
You know
on
like
360.
Galaga. Yep.
I had a bunch of games. Oh, but that's old, Tech. That's old games. Man, it's still good. I still like them.
Galaga
Tech,
pretty awesome, man. Arcade
2
classic.
months ago, I bought Frogger, bro.
There you go. See?
Frogger.
I think I got
Oh,
Frogger
yeah.
too.
Oh, I remember that Seinfeld episode.
Yeah, Frogger too.
Yeah.
All right.
Frogger, I don't know if y'all remember, hold on real quick, those little arcade machines
Mm-hmm.
back when we were kids.
The little miniature
My
ones?
uncle had one. Yeah, like, this like from the 70s, right? Because I was a little kid.
I know.
Right,
you-
at least early
and
80s.
they're worth a lot now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
If you never opened it, but like, my uncle had Frogger, and his friend down the street had Donkey Kong.
Ooh.
Mm. Yeah, I knew somebody who had Pac-Man.
Donkey Kong.
And they wouldn't let us touch them.
Right.
Nah, man.
Um,
Don't touch my toys. No, when kids come over to my house, right? Whether they're friends' kids or family kids, I tell my sons, I don't want anybody in this room right here
I do the same thing.
Unless
I lock
I'm
this
here.
room up.
unless I'm
There's
here.
family coming.
I
And
got
there's
too
younger
much
family.
crap here for everybody
Yep.
putting little greasy little hands on, and if something
Yep.
ends missing, it's like nobody comes into this room unless I say so.
Yep.
And they're like, okay.
And they say, okay.
You got that?
Boy,
You got that play area upstairs. Go to that play area. There's plenty of place right there, plenty of space there. Go play with it. You don't need to be in my room. This is my room.
Dude, I'll tell you how
In
far
my
I
room.
take it,
This is my
right?
room.
And then I have one other thing I'm going to say real quick, right?
Yeah.
So this door here, not only is it a lock, it's got the thumbprint thing. I still have it on my Amazon wish list in case, because I want to buy a second one for another room where I got other important things, right? Whereas,
You got a
Well, it's got a
bio
key
lock
code.
on your door?
no, it's a thumbprint lock, right? But yeah. But in case the thumbprint thing doesn't work, it's
Does
a
it
code
have
you can
optic
type in
too?
and a key.
Mission Impossible?
Right? So like, yeah, man, I'm not playing around with that because there's some expensive gear in here.
Yeah,
like
it is. No, I'm
you
not.
know,
Yeah.
tens of thousands of dollars of stuff in here. So
Well, that's like
yeah,
that's like my kids
And,
keep
I-
asking me. You see my shelves of controllers? You guys seen pictures of it?
yeah,
And
it's
they're
like
like,
cheap stuff,
Yeah,
bro.
why you have
Adds
so many
up.
controllers, Daddy? And so it was my controller. You don't touch them.
Right.
My
And
controller.
so the last other thing I want to say was a completely different subject. I posted this on Twitter. In fact, I
It's
pinned it
X,
to the
man.
top
Get
of
it
my
right.
account. Right?
Elon
Oh,
Musk
X.
gonna
I'm
ban
still
you.
gonna. Whatever. Fuck Elon Musk. Anyway, so yo, man. As far as I can tell, this is the story I've told before. When I was 3 years old, my brother allowed me to use his Commodore 64, man.
Yeah.
And that was a pivotal point in my life, as I explained. You can just read it on Twitter, right? Like a lot of things are about computers, games, all that stuff was from that decision because a 3-year-old little brother for a $600 computer in the '83, right? And that's minus the disk drives and the monitor and the printer and all that other stuff he had, right?
Mhm.
With joysticks and all that other stuff, right? So like $1,000 at least in '83 money, which is like what, $3,000, $5,000 worth of stuff today, right? He let his 3-year-old brother mess with that, right? And from that moment, and as far as I can tell from all the other factors that I know was happening around that time, it had to be sometime in August '83, right? So that's 40 years of gaming. Now I played
Dang, you
games before
old,
my cousin
sis.
had 2600, and so I have memories of messing with that, like the 2600 version of Pac-Man, for things like that, right? But effectively as a choice for something I wanted to do all the time as a hobby, and then also computers in general, right? That's been 40 years from around that time. It's August now, like mid-August now, and it was mid-August then. 40 years, like I've been playing games. This is a hobby I love. Hell, I'm on a podcast here. I'm on multiple podcasts here and there talking about gaming, with other gamers, right?
Nerd.
It's a thing, right?
Nerd.
And so be it, and so we all are, right? This is what we do. This is what we love, right? This is something I've never regretted, and I've been through all the times when it used to be the uncool thing to do, when it was really nerd thing to do. Who calls somebody a nerd nowadays? Everybody's cool. You see any hot rapper or artist, whatever, they watch anime, they play video games, they're inspired by it in the stuff they do. You look at the dude in the Creed movies, right? Creed 3 is shot for shot from this anime, Hajime no Ippo, which is a boxing anime, right? People have influences in the things they love, right? And computers and gaming are just two things that I love a lot. And it's been at least 40 years of that. And I have no intentions of stopping.
Yeah.
At all. And I just wanted to mention, like, wow, man. It just crossed my mind the other day. I started thinking about exactly how long ago was that? And I'm like, holy crap, I think it's just around this time. It's 40 years. And as far as I can tell from other details that helped me to position exactly when that was. I had asked him because that was just before I started preschool, right? Because I was 3 years old, by the way, right? It had to be around August 1983, bro. I started playing video games actively as a choice of, like, this is what I wanted to do with my time, in terms of hobbies and stuff, man. And I've never regretted it. And I gotta thank my older brother for him. His 3-year-old little brother. He's a teen, like mid-teens, like 16, 17 at the time, right? He was about to graduate high school the next year. So he had to
kick your ass out of my room.
And he let me do that. And he allowed me to do. No, we shared a room back then, so he couldn't have hit me from me. But he was never like that with me either, too. So, like, bro, man, I gotta thank my bro. But yeah, man, I'm still here doing that. And I posted on Twitter, and a lot of people, they give it likes and stuff like that, and that's cool. But there was this one salty asshole, bro, and it had to be because of that guy Mischief that I was arguing with the day before, right? He had to find that, and then I'm just like, wow, some people are just freaking losers to just want like a day later, like just like mad to be mad. He's like, he knows I could not have been playing video games at 3 years. I have nephews that I know who play my games.
I ain't mad, you mad.
At age 1. I don't know about your sons, how old they were when they first were playing with a controller with a game. Maybe they knew what they were doing in the game, man. But they were playing it, and were probably
when did Titanfall come out? 2013?
2013, 2014.
Yeah. So that was what,
14,
10 years ago? No, so
9 years ago. Yeah,
approximately
10 years ago.
It's 2013.
Yeah. So he was.
It came out in the spring for 2014.
Mateo started playing Titanfall. I don't know when, but he was kicking some butt though. He was playing multiplayer and he was owning some people. And anytime I saw him take some people out, I was cracking up because, like, dude, you got a little 5-year-old kicking your butt.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, he was 5, but you know what I'm saying? Still.
Yeah.
And he was probably on the sticks from before then, before he was even competent in the game, right? Yeah. But he was doing that. I'm not saying I was a competent gamer at 3 years old, but at 4 years old, I do know I got the triple banana in this Pac-Man.
Oh,
I never forgot that because that's as far as I've ever gotten. Right,
he got the trip nan, yo.
Right, so that's as far as I ever got in at age 4. I never got any better than that, right? But I remember these things, right? Like, it's important to me to remember, so I remember. To my brother, it might have been Tuesday, right? But I remember that, right? And so it's like, for some people to be so salty about that, they had to put that shit. I'm like, bro, you need to get a life, and that's why I tried to type back to him in X, excuse me, right? But it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me. So in the end, I just blocked that dude. And normally I don't block people. I think I blocked him though. That was just like
who was it?
I don't even remember his name. It doesn't really matter. I think it was just one of these dudes who follow Mischief when it was me and League arguing with these clowns yesterday.
Who's Mischief? The same dude who blew up from Quantum.
Right, he's the guy that Quantum first harassed. That put that kid on the limelight in the first place.
Oh.
Like, he was a victim of Quantum, right? And so when the Act Man was talking about that whole situation,
wasn't that Green Giant guy, was it?
Right, he blew up. No, I don't.
No,
think
it's this
that's
dude. He probably
anybody.
still a minor, bro.
Oh.
He's so
Yeah, he's
annoying.
probably a minor. Yeah,
He talks like he got a mouthful of mush.
You gave me.
I see his name. I'm not even gonna name
What's
his
it?
name
What's
because
it?
because he's just giving him more energy. I'm not even gonna do that. But I blocked him.
The ponies. It's how he thought. He sounded like he got a touch of something, man.
Yep, it's a little something with that guy. Yeah, but anyway, man, I just wanted to put that out there, man. Gaming is something that I've done actively for 40 years, and I have no intention of stopping now.
Yeah, me neither. Shit. I told my family, it's like, look, anytime I kick the bucket, man, make my casket look like an Xbox and put a controller in with me.
Yeah, and then like EA all these games, don't just give them away. You'll get a couple bucks off of that.
Yeah.
You remember your boy on Twitter? What's his name? He got a lisp.
Dreamcast guy?
Nah, he black. He used to do spaces.
Or Jay.
What's that? Nah, man. He one of them pony bots. He came out at university, right?
Oh,
What happened to him?
They got fed up with this dude being angry all the damn time and being a pony bot, I guess. But I mean, if he was to do a space, it'd be lots of people up in there.
It's so
but,
funny, like, I forgot about that dude.
I just want to say real quick. I think what happened was one of his last, like he's always got this thing there where he's asked for donations, whatever, right? And then I remember him saying, there's all these people in here, but nobody wants to chat on whatever subject, right? And he's like, you don't want to start kicking people out. Nobody's donating, and you're right, and nobody's donating, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, number one, why am I even listening to this clown anyway? I already don't like this motherfucker, but now he did this. I think a bunch of other people are gonna start leaving too. And I started noticing, the numbers were going down. And I said, you know what? I'm about to leave anyway.
Well, I thought I heard somebody had like donate $1 to get into it or something like that.
Yeah, so he was saying, I don't know, bro. Fuck that guy. He's just the worst of it. He makes Xbox dudes look bad, but then he got clowned by the dude who developed the game. So, whatever.
David Jaffe.
Yeah, David Jaffe already clowned that dude, but then after that, I see him doing spaces, and Paris is there up until Xbox University gets in his asshole attitude, and if you know it, Paris quickly leaves immediately after that, right? So it just goes to show. Anyway, man, I think we're giving that asshole a little bit too much energy. Anyway. Yeah,
too much energy. All right, guys.
Yeah, Carmen.
Let's end this. It was great.
End this now.
It was fun to cover or talk about Starfield because it's coming out soon in a couple of weeks, baby. 2 weeks? 3 weeks, right? 3 weeks.
Well,
2 weeks.
I'm mad that they're closing the 360 store. I don't care about Starfield.
Yeah, I'm pretty sad at the 360 stuff. But I'll get over it. I'll be fine. Right. So, chat box, thank you for coming out. As always, I appreciate you guys for coming in.
Shout out to the chat, man.
Shout out to the chat. Boys, thank you for coming out and dealing with my technical difficulties with these Discord stuff. I didn't get to play my intro. I'm so sad. I didn't get to play my intro. Like my intro.
I won't go back to playing Sleeping Dogs.
There you go.
I'm about to go back to Pro 4.
Hey, did y'all be sleeping? Y'all be Sleeping Dogs?
Dude, let me tell you this before we go. I played Sleeping Dogs. I did finish it. When I first started playing it, I wasn't into it. Just like I was with Yakuza. And then I went back and was like, let me try it again. Dude, it was a fantastic game.
Oh, absolutely.
Sleeping Dogs is good.
I have it on Steam, right? The original version, right? And I got pretty far and I had to stop playing it for whatever reason. But then they came out the deluxe version or that upgraded version where they remastered whatever they did, right? And supposedly there's a method, to get your save game to transfer over so you can just, continue from there. And so I had that version, but I never got around to doing it. So yeah, I just never got back to it.
So
it's unsupported on the Steam Deck, but on the ROG Ally,
man, if you're thinking about playing it, man. It's a good game. You gotta play it.
I beat it. I beat it on Xbox.
Okay. Then you know.
Yeah, it was a continuation of True Crime, but in Hong Kong. It's basically True Crime Hong Kong, basically, let's say.
Well, all right, guys. Thank you for coming out. Always comment, like, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye. Peace.